A plain looking dual tower air cooler, the same design which basically has been in the PC industry for about 10 years, is literally all you need, even if you're into overclocking and tuning. And if you follow this channel, you must be. So here we are today, taking a look at a $40 air cooler from SAMA, and it's the A60B, this one right here, which literally allows you to overclock a Core Ultra 7 265K, a Ryzen 7 9800X3D, and even one of those laptop adapted Asian CPUs like the i9-12700HX, which we recently covered on the channel, which went pretty viral. Now, under that video, I was telling you that the trick to make that i9 go really fast, or literally any of those AliExpress adapted CPUs, was to have enough thermal headroom. Basically, they are designed for laptops, and if you run them at stock, they run slow because they don't want to overheat your very thin gaming laptop. But since we have now adapted them into a desktop PC, well, if we go ahead and just unlock the power limits, we can get 50% more performance, but you need a decent cooler. And you guys were telling me how they really aren't good value for money, because then you have to go out and spend $150 on an all-in-one. But here we are today with this. And this is able to handle that, fully unlocked, no problem. This actually handles over 200 watts of TDP absolutely fine. Now, this is actually a product which came out around August, and SAMA have been in the OEM market for a while, so making components for other bigger industries, and they have now ventured into the consumer department, and they also made this one fully in black, because before they had this version but in gray, and we couldn't make a PC build like this, which, as you can see, it's fully blacked out with wood on front. This is the high-tech wood. It's basically, again, a very cheap case, like $60-70 case, which you can use to make a stealth, good-looking workstation if you don't want your PC to look very gamerish. Maybe you have an office or just a place where you receive clients and you're going for a more minimal look. This is what you want. And with this air cooler, we can now complement the aesthetics, but also handle the performance fine. So let's actually start with a few benchmarks, okay? And take a look at the Firestrike score on this very regular PC build. So this is a standard build where we went with a Core Ultra 7 265K on a pretty average motherboard with a very standard RTX 5070 Ti. And we went with a single stick of DDR5 RAM because RAM is expensive, we have issues right now, and a single stick on DDR5 actually still carries over dual channels, so we're not losing any kind of performance. We have enabled the XMP, and as you can see, we scored very high in Firestrike, nevertheless. And check out the temperatures in gaming or like standard load while doing that. Basically cold. Literally cold. That's why I tested Prime 95 for quite a few hours, but even there, the maximum I saw with stock fan curve, which is not the best and it's still pretty quiet, we could actually ramp it up, is 91 degrees. And the only reason it went so high is because on the stock fan curve, to normalize the noise spikes, they basically adjust the fan a little bit with a little bit of delay. That's also the problem generally with air coolers, is they can handle spikes and basically very concentrated heat a little bit worse than all-in-one water coolers. If we take that little difference out, this is actually equivalent to a 360mm all-in-one water cooler. Basically nowadays, the all-in-one water cooler market is flooded. There are basically 2 or 3 models which brands are rebranding in the weirdest possible models by putting infinity mirrors fans, LCD screens on them, but it's always the same pump and the same radiator pretty much in the market. And this is equivalent to any single one of those, as long as you can handle those spikes. How do you handle spikes? Well, a little bit depends on the CPU. On Ryzen's, I find it's a little bit trickier to handle them. But if you do go ahead and undervolt your stuff, like I show on the guys on the channel, then overall you tend to contain spikes a little bit more, because by giving the CPU less voltage, the magnitude at which the wattage can spike is generally a little bit less. Another reason why you should consider a cooler like this, which by the way I'm fully recommended, they sent this in for review, but I am giving it a very positive review, is that you don't hear pump noise. Now, when I reviewed my favorite all-in-one in the market, the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 Pro, people told me that the only issue they had with it was the pump was loud. It turns out they have a 3 cable, so you can control actually the pump speed a little bit, but if you wanna run it at full performance, you need the pump at full speed, and you can actually hear it a little bit. With this, you don't. So in idle, there's no pump noise, and the PC is basically as quiet as it can be. So if you want to overclock or undervolt on a budget and you don't really care about looks, or if you do care about looks but you're going for a minimal PC, maybe an office or workstation build, I think this SAMA A60B is 100% recommended. And in general, you should definitely go air-cooled. Just make sure it's a dual tower cooler, count the number of heat pipes, and make sure it has decent fans on it. With that said, if you guys had any kind of bad experiences with one of these, please do let me know, and see you guys in the next one. Maybe drop a like and subscribe to support the channel. Bye bye.